All right, so hi, my name is Abhinav Vishnuvijala, and I go to Basis Phoenix High School in Arizona, and I'm an intern to Project Humanities. I do a lot of the marketing work as well as some writing. So, in case anyone doesn't know, Project Humanities is a program meant to bring people of different backgrounds together through the power of the humanities. And for the 10-year anniversary of this project, we're interviewing some supporters and asking them to say a few words about the project as a whole. So right now I'm here with Sofia Priano. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So Sofia, why don't you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Thank you, Abby. So my name is Sofia Perano. I go to McClintock High School. I'm a junior there, and I'm currently an intern for Project Humanities.
All right, great. So I guess my first question is going to be just how long have you known about this project and how did you get involved? And like how did you come to know about this project as a whole?
Absolutely. So I had a friend who was participating in Project Humanities who got interested in Project Humanities. And from that, I got connected to the internship information. And I had learned as well a little bit earlier about a couple of programs that Project Humanities had run. From there, I did a little bit of research into Project Humanities, realized it was something I was really interested in. It had a lot of similar a lot of the events that Project Humanities does is very similar to things that I'm passionate about. And I decided to apply to become an intern. Becoming an intern was really great for me. It was something I really learned a lot from being an intern. I definitely think that in addition to kind of like improving my writing skills and learning a little bit more about how organizations work and how to, professionally contact people and professionally communicate, I think Project Humanities has also given me the opportunity to really delve into issues that I'm passionate about and learn about other issues that kind of are similar to that or kind of intersect with those issues. So I think that Project Humanities really has broadened my scope and has changed my perspective on not only things that I had already begun to become interested in, but has kind of, forced me to reconsider positions I held or has helped me to really find things that I am passionate about and to kind of allow me to have the opportunity to really get interested and kind of talk about and explore those interests as well.
Yeah, that's an amazing answer. And I think like as an intern myself, I can really resonate with what you're saying, like how the experience of being an intern at Product Humanities has just like changed my worldview on a lot of things and
Mhm.
my experiences in general. So just in case you didn't say this before, how long have you been with the program?
Oh yeah, no worries. So I've been with Project Humanities for about 6 months now.
And over those 6 months, what have you noticed? Like, how have you noticed Product Humanities grow? To
Yeah,
what extent?
so I think over the 6 months, the biggest growth I've seen is kind of watching Project Humanities develop the different kind of intra areas of interest that they have. I've seen Project Humanities get more involved in kind of different areas. I know that Project Humanities has always had a really large presence in the kind of homeless outreach area. It's had a lot of presence in like creating racial equity, things like that. But I've also noticed that they've taken on some more topics and kind of topic areas. Like for example, I know that they've begun discussing kind of like toxic positivity was like a sort of new avenue for Project Humanities. I know that the voter suppression event that I was able to facilitate as well was kind of a new avenue. So I've seen them kind of develop the areas in which they have become active. And I've also noticed that the base of Project Humanities has grown significantly as well. I know that we have contact with many different areas. It was really fantastic to see that Project Humanities reaches many different continents, many different countries, and many different people of different specialties in different areas as well.
Yeah, again, that's an amazing answer. I know you touched upon like different kinds of work that Project Humanities does. If you had to pick a specific program or specific event that you loved the most, what would it be?
Well, I definitely think there are going to have to be a couple. I think that the first event that I did, rhetorical listening, was really a groundbreaking one for me personally. Rhetorical listening discussed a lot about kind of analyzing different ways of like evaluating race. I know for at least me personally, that wasn't something I had really thought about is how other people evaluate race and how other people see things. I know that I had my opinions and I'd kind of like never been really asked to think about, well, how does somebody who has a colorblind perspective see the world? And kind of getting the opportunity to analyze other people's beliefs and being opened up to that world of like thinking about things a little bit differently has allowed me not only to communicate better with people, but I also think it kind of changed my worldview in terms of like the importance of kind of seeing things differently. And it really forced me to analyze not only my own perspectives, but the perspectives of a lot of the people around me as well. And I think that that kind of opportunity for growth that I was able to be given, for me at least, it meant a lot. And I think that that perspective change that I got out of that event was something that was really unique as well. I definitely have to say, having the opportunity through the voter suppression podcast was fantastic for me as well. Having the opportunity to discuss something that was so important and so interesting to me in particular, it really meant a lot to me. And I think that that opportunity got me to delve into the topic that I was already interested in a little bit deeper as well, and really analyze my own ideas, analyze kind of what I had learned about voter suppression as well. And going and like coming out of that podcast, I feel I've become a little bit more informed. I took it as a learning experience, and it was honestly fantastic to get to work with people as well who are a little bit more they're more of experts in the area. So I think that that was also something that was really a game changer for me as well.
So what specific ways do you hope to incorporate these experiences within your personal life?
Absolutely. So I think that the way that I have incorporated these experiences into my personal life is kind of that perspective change I mentioned. So Project Humanities really gave me the opportunity to kind of think about the way I think about things and realize like, am I thinking about this correctly? Is there something I need to change here? Or, you know, should I continue to think about this the same way? So I feel like the topics that I've been introduced to through Project Humanities are things that in a lot of cases I run into every day. For example, people's opinions on different, the way people view the world, or, you know, toxic positivity, which is something that's very common, I think, especially in the school system. So a lot of those different topics are things I interact with on a daily basis, or ideas that, you know, are something that I maybe even if I wasn't able to identify it then, are something that I do realize now is more of a big deal. So I think that kind of having the opportunity to kind of understand a lot of topics better, as well as having like that opportunity to really like learn about these ideas more, kind of is something that like learning is something that I think I'll carry with me into my future as well.
Of course, yeah, that completely makes sense. Um, I have about a few more questions. The first of those would be, how might the work of Project Humanities continue to speak to what's happening to our local community and to our global community?
Absolutely. So I think Project Humanities does a really good job of keeping up with stuff and that is like very current conversations that are going on right now. And I think that that's a fantastic thing Project Humanities does, because I know that often people are kind of given these clickbait ideas from the internet of like, here's what's going on in like 3 seconds. But I think Project Humanities does a really good job of, you know, delving a little bit deeper into what's actually going on, providing some background, providing an interesting analysis from usually experts as well, which I think is really, really valuable right now. Something I think that Project Humanities could continue to do is I'd like to see them address women's issues a little bit as well. That's something that I'm passionate about too. So of course, that's something I also want to see Project Humanities discuss. But on the whole, I think the Project Humanities ability to kind of quickly adapt to things that are going on right now and provide resources, provide information, and kind of provide, you know, a platform for experts on that topic to speak is something that is like absolutely invaluable to Phoenix and Tempe as well.
Yeah, I completely agree with you that women's rights are an incredibly important issue that Project Humanities can do more in focusing on. Maybe could you like elaborate on what you think Project Humanities could do to help solve this incredibly important issue?
Well, absolutely. I think Project Humanities already does like a really good job addressing this. I know that they are fantastic about, you know, within their own, their programming, they have a really good balance between male and female experts. I know that they do a good job bringing up women's issues, that they address those issues, especially with homelessness. I know that there are often opportunities where Project Humanities gets involved with, you know, at the ground level, finding solutions to a lot of these problems. I would just love to see maybe one or two, you know, more events, but that's also something I feel like they are addressing and they are beginning to do as well. So I feel like they are already addressing this too.
All right, thank you. And I just have one last question for you. What are you most excited about for Project Humanities' future?
Oh gosh, that's a tough one. I think that I'm excited to see how Project Humanities continues to influence perspectives in the community. I think one of the biggest things that I've gotten from Project Humanities is definitely that opportunity to kind of, have exposure to ideas that I maybe wouldn't have gotten exposed to in the beginning or in the first place, as well as kind of learning from a lot of what I've seen at Project Humanities, not only on a professional level, but also on a kind of personal level as well. So I'm excited to see how Project Humanities over the next couple of years continues to expand their base and continues to, influence more people. And I really want to see the impact that they have on the Tempe community, because I can already tell that they have that impact.
Yeah, these were all really eloquent answers. And I think as an intern, I can agree with you on all of these. And yeah, I'm super excited to continue working.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so for
Absolutely.
saying a few words to celebrate the 10-year anniversary, and let's hope for continued success in the future. Thank you.
Absolutely, no worries.